I feel like she's going to hand me a bunch of caramels and then ask me to set up her cable box. Hi there, my name is Tessa, and today I'm going to be talking about some of the outfits that made their way onto the red carpet at the 31st Critics' Choice Awards. But first, let's go through my usual disclaimer. Obviously, I can't talk about every single person who attended the event, so my apologies if I missed someone. Also, this is all in good fun, so please don't take it too seriously if I happen to hate a look that you personally loved. That's what opinions are for. We're gonna start off with Mia Goth in Dior. I like the idea of this dress, I'm just not sure about the execution. There are just a couple of little tailoring things that make it look more cheap than chic. For instance, the way that the fabric kind of puckers around her hips, and the fact that I can literally see a zipper going down the side. It's just kind of giving Zara, which is harsh, I know. I also think she needed a necklace, but that might just be a me thing. Next is Chase Infiniti in Louis Vuitton. I believe that she was recently named a Louis Vuitton ambassador, and I think that that was a brilliant choice because she's one of the few actresses who can consistently pull off their more unique designs. There honestly hasn't been a single red carpet outfit from her where I haven't enjoyed what she's been wearing, so I think that her team is doing a really great job of positioning her as a star in the making. I don't usually love two-piece sets on the red carpet because a lot of times they can feel kind of basic, but that is not the case here. The butter yellow feels very modern and feminine, and I love how they've balanced all the texture in the bodice and cape with the very simple skirt. No notes. Next is Sophia Lillis in Jean-Baptiste Valli. I actually don't think I can say enough bad things about this look. The color washes her out, the mock neck is frumpy, the glam is boring, the sheer skirt looks unfinished, and why, for the love of God, is she wearing an open-toed shoe? Next is Ariana Grande in Alberta Ferretti. During the last Wicked press cycle, Ariana was working with stylist Mimi Cottrell, who I actually think did a pretty good job of setting up the sort of Galinda in the real world vibes that they were going for. But recently, Ariana has switched to working with Law Roach, best known for styling Zendaya and popularizing the method dressing that we see on every press tour nowadays. Law and Ariana first worked together a little over a decade ago, and he's actually the one responsible for her signature ponytail, but I feel like he's really been phoning it in with her looks lately. He's basically doing the exact same thing that Mimi was, but a little less interesting in my opinion. Like in general, I feel like he over-relies on references and archive pieces and doesn't really add anything new to them. For example, this look that Ariana is wearing is just a recreation of what a different actress wore to the Oscars 50 years ago, but honestly styled in a less interesting way. Next is Wunmi Mosaku, who's wearing Zac Posen. I think that this is a great balance of glamorous and fun. The color is absolutely amazing on her. They've done a really great job of matching the sheer panels on the straps to her skin tone, and the draping as a whole is just very Greek goddess. I'm just not sure how I feel about the train. Like the fade to white almost makes it feel First Lady-esque. Next is Amanda Seyfried in Valentino. Her red carpet looks have been so hit or miss lately. I don't know what's going on. The bow is definitely giving Christmas present, but it is the only thing that makes this otherwise very boring dress somewhat unique, but overall, very forgettable. Next is Elle Fanning in Ralph Lauren. Once again, Elle is proving that simple doesn't have to mean boring. Sure, this is just a gold dress with a really deep cowl neck, but it looks so luscious and luxurious that you honestly don't really need anything else. Next is Bella Ramsey in Prada. I don't know when they cut their hair short, but I think it's so precious. The only problem is that it feels a little too soft for how edgy they're trying to make this look. I feel like something sleek and wet might have tied it all together a little bit more. But let's be real, the bigger issue is the vest. I get what they were going for, but it just feels kinda out of place. Next is Emilia Jones in Tom Brown. They're definitely going for like a modern cool girl type of thing here, and I do think that they succeeded. Like, it feels like something I would see Emma Chamberlain or Bella Hadid wear. It looks a little less structured and tailored than Thom Browne's usual designs, which I'm not really sure how I feel about. I kind of wish that they'd done like an off-shoulder, long-sleeved suit jacket type of thing, which might have felt like a better homage to the company's brand identity and also just been a little bit more formal. Next is Quinta Brunson and Chloe. Quinta has a tendency to wear the same thing on every single red carpet, so I am happy to see a little bit of variety from her. I like the color of the suit, and I think that the little lace cami adds just the right amount of sex appeal, but it doesn't really make sense for the event. Like, it's the sort of thing that I would wear to a garden party. Do you know what I mean? And I know that she is a petite girl, but something about the proportions of the jacket just makes her look even shorter. If they'd taken it up just a few inches, it would have given her some height. Next is Jessie Buckley in Dior. Sorry, but it's a no for me. I get what they're trying to do with the whole feminine on top, masculine on bottom thing, but the shift in silhouette and style is just too jarring. Jonathan Anderson has also been really into these sort of droopy bits of fabric lately. Like, he put Mia Goth in something kind of similar a couple months back. And every single time, it's the only thing I can look at, and not in a good way. Next is Kristen Bell in Elisab. Don't get me wrong, this is a very pretty dress that I would personally wear, but the whole lingerie thing just feels a little too casual for this sort of event, especially with the lack of accessorizing and the very simple glam. It's not offensive, but it's just kind of ordinary. Next is Mckenna Grace in Archive Vera Wang. In theory, this had the potential to be a very chic Audrey Hepburn moment, but the proportions are just off enough that it kind of makes her look like a little kid trying on their mother's wedding dress, which makes sense considering this is from Vera Wang's bridal line. The flowers on the back of the skirt don't make it look less costumey either, so overall it just makes me think we have Dua Lipa at the 2023 Met Gala at home. Next is Erin Doherty in Louis Vuitton. This reminds me a lot of the silver dress that Louis Vuitton designed for Ariana Grande during the last Wicked press cycle, and I have not grown fonder of it with time. I'm just not really a big fan of this sort of deflated balloon look, which also really isn't helped by the sheen of the fabric. I also think that the styling is just a bit off. Maybe a fun earring to play into the sort of avant-garde factor of the dress, but on the positive side, at least the color looks nice. Next is Leighton Meester in Carolina Herrera. I've liked most of Leighton's looks on the red carpet lately, but something about this isn't really doing it for me. I think that the dress itself is lovely, the color, the texture, the silhouette, but the styling is where it kind of falls flat. Next is Jacob Elordi in Bottega Veneta. I really only wanted to talk about this look because I'm just so baffled by their decision to turn him into Benson Boone. Like, the similarities are actually uncanny. Is there some biopic he's auditioning for that I don't know about? Next is Hannah Einbinder in Louis Vuitton. I've said it before and I'll say it again, I love a puff sleeve, and I feel like this one is just perfect. It's a good size, a good droop, good texture. It really has a sort of 1830s feel to it, which is why, even though I'm not offended by the simple black skirt, I would have loved it if they'd gone all in with a kind of poofy petticoat. Next is Rose Byrne in Valentino. I feel like I've given Rose a hard time these last few red carpets, so it's nice to see her in something decent. What could have taken this into great territory for me is if they'd exaggerated the proportions just a little bit more, like nipping in the waist or making the skirt have a more pronounced poof. But still, it's the first time in a really long time that she's looked like a movie star. Next is Ethan Hawke in Bodhi. I love when the men actually have some fun on the red carpet, and I feel like this is the perfect amount of it. It's a black suit, so it's still appropriate for the event, but the crochet flowers and the sort of slouchy fit makes it feel very comfy and homey. Next is Justine Lupe in Prada. I don't have enough words to describe how much I hate this. The color, the neckline, the pleated chiffon, the double floppy bow situation, it just reads as very grandma. Like, I feel like she's going to hand me a bunch of caramels and then ask me to set up her cable box. Next is Teyana Taylor in Saint Laurent. She loves to make a statement on the red carpet, and that will always get more points from me than someone who just always plays it safe. I know a lot of people didn't really like this look, but I think it's a great take on menswear. The base is fairly simple, but the accoutrement, like the leather gloves and the big feathery cape thing, just add the right amount of drama and glamour. My only issue is with the boots. I actually don't hate the idea of a thigh-high boot. It's quite aristocratic, in fact, but because she's so short, they kind of swallow her up and mess with her proportions. They needed to be like 5 inches shorter, plus then that way you'd actually see the pant. Last is Odessa A'zion in Haute Dubai. I've been keeping tabs on Odessa since her Grand Army days, so it's nice to see her get some recognition from the wider public. To my understanding, she's been styling herself, but I wouldn't be surprised if someone starts working with her soon, considering how many eyes are on her. Like a lot of people, I am obsessed with the curls that she's been rocking lately, and I think it goes really well with this sort of 1970s disco queen energy. And honestly, I do feel like this dress could have veered into tacky territory very easily, but on her, it looks very elegant. So who had your favorite look at the Critics' Choice Awards? That's it for this video, and I will see you next time. Bye!